Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and yes, I'm making a part 3, but this time I'm kind of just gonna run through the rest of the arc because there's kind of, all the information can be in one now. So, after the attack on Olympus and then everyone going back to normal, right? The fourth book is called The Secret Romance, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Kindheart actually falls in love with Sharptail, and Gigi isn't that happy about that. I mean, Gigi fully hasn't trusted him yet. You know, I mean, he did throw her off a mountain. So yeah, so yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really trust someone who did that bad thing to me. But anyway, after a bit, they sort of start they're it's not that they just really still don't trust each other. But after a while, they start trusting each other, but still, Gigi fully hasn't. So then, later into the book, Kindheart and Sharptail, once they start forming a relationship, Gigi and Star Sniffer start picking up on it. And when Gigi fully finds out, she's like, okay, I will just fix this. She is not she's not okay with that. So she goes and then I don't know why I made a 5-month period break in between that. She could have just told her that, but I think I wanted I think I remember making it that way so I could at least, I don't know, make it so it would make sense for this next part. I don't know. So anyways, Kindheart then reveals to Gigi she's having pups. Already? Gigi says. She doesn't say that, but you know what I mean. So then, sorry about my voice, I have allergies. So then, she and Sharptail are like, yeah, we're having pups, sorry about that. But then Gigi, then starts to know Sharptail, and then she's like, maybe this guy isn't too bad. So once they have their pups, still, Aries does not trust Sharptail. He never trusts anyone. Does Aries ever trust anyone in this story? I mean, maybe, but I don't know. So yeah, so then they go and with their pups, they then are forced to basically keep that a secret. But then Aries finds out, and then they literally run off into the forest until he can calm down, you know? But then Dark Soul captures them and then takes them into Rome. Yes, he traps them in Rome. That's why it's called Lost in Rome, the book after. So then they're lost in Rome for half the book, and then they meet a cat named Domenico. Here's where some new characters come in. There's some more new characters. They meet a wolf named Lupa. Lupa actually means female wolf in Italian, or I think Latin, something like that. And then Domenico means Lord in Italian. So they then all try to find their way back, but on the way Domenico finds that he has lightning powers. So then he's able to go back to Olympus, warn them, and then come back to Rome to help them. But then Dark Soul attacks Gigi. And they also find out they have these things called element charges. Element charges are basically things that help them live longer. It's like the 9 lives in Warrior Cats, right? So then, but they have 8 of them because there are 8 elements of nature. So then they make it back to Olympus, and Hera still has to sort of get them in a slight trouble. They aren't able to hunt for a week because, I mean, they did run off without their permission, but she's happy they're back. So in the book after, called Gorgon Eyes, it takes place right after Lost in Rome. Well, all of them do, but blah blah blah. So then they Domenico and Lupa get welcomed onto Olympus, and they start their training, and their mentors are Athena and Artemis. So then the entire book is basically them getting attacked by snakes because Sharptail is bitten by an adder, and later in the book, Honeyfall is basically kidnapped or fox-snapped by by a hawk, kind of based off Warrior Cat Snow Kit themed, and then so then they all are they're all like, oh no, we have to go get her, basically. So then they rescue her, it's fine. And then they all the Hawk drops her into the Gorgon lair, and then they go into the Gorgon lair, and Medusa obviously is not happy to see them, and she tries to kill them basically. And they remember, if you look into the eyes of a Gorgon in Greek mythology, Gorgons, if you look into the eye of them, you turn to stone. So they basically try to escape there without looking in anyone's eyes, and basically they got out. It's fine. And that was basically Gorgon Eyes was possibly one of the more bizarre books that I made. But after that, in Star Path, Honeyfall, Strongclaw, and Pretty Ear all become apprentices. Strongclaw is mentored by Star Sniffer, Honeyfall is mentored by Hermes, and Pretty Ear is mentored by Gigi. Though Pretty Ear actually gets re-mentored by by Demeter, because they discover that Pretty Ear is actually deaf, and it's hard for her. And Gigi had never really apprenticed Mug, and since Demeter she taught her how to farm, but also fighting skills as well. So she thought that Demeter was a better mentor for her. So yeah, then the entire book basically is about Pretty Ear and Gigi, but they still are very good friends. And then there's Fire Rising, where Kronos reattacks them. And then A True Warrior Heart is a really sad book, actually, because Sharptail unfortunately gets killed. But he gets killed by Dark Soul, or no, he kills Dark Soul to basically save them from the darkness of Dark Soul. And that's the entire arc of Arc 1, and I'll talk about Arc 2 in another video. Bye!